I bet you didn't know about Lucille Iacovelli. This video suggestion came from Lean Bean UWU. They sent me a donation and then told me what they would like for me to do a TikTok on. I'll explain how you can do the same at the end of this video. Lucille originally received plastic surgery from Joel Feldman. Dissatisfied with her results, she got another plastic surgery, this time by Barry Epley. Neither of these plastic surgeries went the way that she wanted them to. There are disturbing videos of her skin sagging off of her face. She said she struggled with breathing, for in the rhinoplasty, part of her nasal cavity was collapsed. She lived in constant horrific pain, because during these surgeries there was severe nerve damage. A huge lawsuit came from this, but not from Lucille. It was the doctors going after her. She went to every bit of social media that she could where she could voice what she believed happened. She sent the doctors letters telling them to rot in hell, threatened to end her life on a live stream. Now the last one, they couldn't exactly say it came from her, but because of that message, she had a welfare check and was kept under supervised care for 24 hours to make sure that she was not planning on taking her own life, which at the time she appeared to not be. Now there is a lot of heavy debate. A lot of medical professionals will say there's no possible way the facelift could have caused all of this, nor the rhinoplasty. Then there's other people saying, just look at her. Obviously this had to come from somewhere. So it's a 50-50 split on what exactly happened to Lucille. Dr. Epley became enraged when he started losing clients because pictures of Lucille started surfacing on the internet with her telling her story. Lucille had sent threatening messages to Dr. Feldman and made websites with false reviews about Dr. Epley. Some people said this meant that she had made this all up. Others say it was a cry for help because no one was listening to her. One thing that is known, there was definitely something wrong. The skin on Lucille's face was not where it should be. Feldman won a court order over Lucille. So it's hard to say who is in the right, who is in the wrong here, because there's so much to both sides of the story. The doctors claimed they wanted to help Lucille, but wouldn't because of her erratic behavior. In August of 2010, Lucille passed. Her family did not disclose how she passed, but there's a lot of speculation that she took her own life. But I cannot confirm or deny that. That's purely speculation. Have a specific subject or story you would like for me to cover on TikTok? Here's how. You can send a donation to my Venmo, PayPal, or Cash App. Just make sure to include your username in the notes. I'll follow you back and then send you a message. Then you can tell me what you would like for me to do a TikTok on. I bet you didn't know about Anthony Sowell. This video suggestion came from Angela Jaya. They sent me a donation and told me what they would like for me to do a TikTok on. I'll explain how you can do the same at the end of this TikTok. The Cleveland Strangler. He was convicted in 2011 for the murders of 11 women. From the span of May 2007 to September of 2009 is when these crimes were committed. But prior to that, in 1989, a woman who was 3 months pregnant was attempting to leave Sowell's home when he bound her hands and feet with a belt and gagged her with a rag and then assaulted her. He was charged with kidnapping, sexual assault, and attempted sexual assault. He served 15 years in prison and then was released in 2005. He worked at a factory until 2007, then made a living off selling scrap metal. His neighbors complained to the health department of a foul smell coming from his home. A woman by the name of Lori Frazier had a relationship with Sowell. She said when she was over, all she could smell was the smell of decay. But he always seemed to have an excuse on where the smell came from. She claimed she moved out in 2007. Other sources say she moved out in 2008. September of 2009, Latondra Billups was over at Sowell's home. After a few drinks, Sowell became very violent and violently assaulted her. When police came to a home with a warrant for his arrest for this assault on her, they made a horrific discovery. 2 women were buried in shallow graves in his basement. The bodies of 4 women were found on the 3rd floor in a crawl space. Digging in the backyard, they found the bodies of 3 different women and the partial remains of another. And a human skull was found in a bucket in the home. That brought the body count to 11. Sowell's trial was continuously pushed back. July 22nd of 2011, he was charged with 11 counts of aggravated murder 74 counts of sexual assault, kidnapping and tampering with evidence, and desecration of a corpse. He was sentenced to death. But on February 8th, 2021, he died of a terminal illness while waiting for his execution. Have a specific subject or story you'd like for me to cover on my TikTok? Here's how. You can send a donation to my Venmo, PayPal, or Cash App. Just make sure to include your username in the notes. I'll follow you back and then send you a message. Then you can tell me what you would like for me to do a TikTok on. I bet you didn't know these creepy facts that'll probably make you uncomfortable. People unknowingly escape death at least 6 times in their lifetime. Before being executed, prisoners on death row have to go through a physical to see if they are in fit enough shape to die. An airplane crashed into the Empire State Building in 1945, causing a damaged elevator to fall 70 floors with a woman inside. She survived. After 10 minutes of watching yourself in a dimly lit mirror, your brain gets bored and starts distorting your own reflection. This is where the mirror monsters like Bloody Mary came from. Horror movie soundtracks sometimes contain infrasound, which is sound below the range of human hearing. Even though you can't hear it, you can feel it. It induces anxiety, heart palpitations, and shivering.